Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Remember 2012, the year the world was supposed to end? Movies were made, books were written, and people were genuinely stocking up on canned goods. It was a cultural phenomenon, all supposedly based on a prediction from the ancient Mayan civilization. But what if I told you the whole thing was a massive misunderstanding? That the Maya never, ever predicted the end of the world? Stick around, because today we re-debunking one of the biggest myths of our time and uncovering the incredible truth about the Mayan calendar. So, where did this whole end of the world idea come from? It all centered on the date December 21st, 2012. This date marked the end of a major cycle in the Mayan long count calendar, a sophisticated system they used to track vast spans of time. The cycle that was ending was the 13th Buktan, which is a period of roughly 394 years. The completion of 13 of these Buktans was a hugely significant event, sort of like our calendar flipping over from 1999 to 2000, but on a much, much grander scale. It marked the end of a great cycle lasting about 5,125 years. Here's the crucial part for the Maya: the end of a cycle wasn't an apocalypse. It was a time of renewal and celebration. Think of it like New Year's Eve. Does the world end when the clock strikes midnight on December 31st? Of course not. We celebrate the end of one year and the beginning of a new one. That's exactly how the Maya viewed the end of the 13th Buktan. It was a milestone, a point to reflect on the past and welcome the future. There is no evidence in any known Mayan inscription or text that suggests they believed the world would be destroyed. It was simply the beginning of the next great cycle. So how did we get from New Year's party to fiery apocalypse? The idea was largely popularized by modern interpretations, blending Mayan concepts with New Age beliefs and a good dose of Hollywood sensationalism. Authors and pseudo-archaeologists took the end of this cycle and ran with it, creating dramatic narratives of planetary alignments, cosmic shifts, and cataclysmic events. They were great for selling books and movie tickets, but they had very little to do with actual Mayan beliefs. Archaeologists and experts on Mayan culture were trying to tell everyone this for years, but the doomsday hype was just too loud. To truly appreciate this, we need to understand how brilliant the Mayan timekeeping system was. They didn't just have one calendar, they had several, all working together like intricate gears in a clock. There was the Hab, a 365-day solar calendar much like our own, used for agriculture. Then there was the Tzolk'in, a 260-day sacred calendar used for scheduling religious ceremonies and making predictions. These two calendars interlocked to form the calendar round, which repeated every 52 years. But for tracking history and looking deep into the future, they used the long count. This is the calendar that gave us the 2012 date. It's a linear count of days, starting from a mythological creation date, which modern scholars correlate to August 11th. 3114 BC, it allowed the Maya to record their history with incredible precision, linking kings, battles, and celestial events across centuries. It was a testament to their advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy. They were true masters of time, able to conceive of and track periods far beyond a single human lifespan. Imagine the level of intellectual achievement required to create such a system. The Maya developed the concept of zero independently, a crucial innovation for their positional number system. This allowed them to calculate and record these immense numbers. The idea that such a sophisticated and forward-thinking civilization would simply end their calendar on a random date is absurd. The long count was designed to continue indefinitely. The end of the 13th Buktan was just one marker along an infinite timeline. In fact, some Mayan inscriptions refer to dates far, far into the future, trillions of years from now, completely blowing the 2012 theory out of the water. So, when December 21st, 2012 came and went, and we all woke up on the 22nd perfectly fine, it wasn't because we were spared. It was because there was nothing to be spared from in the first place. The real legacy of the Mayan calendar isn't a failed prophecy of doom. It's a stunning monument to human intellect and our enduring fascination with time. It showcases a culture that was deeply connected to the cosmos, viewing time not as a straight line to an endpoint, but as a series of grand, repeating cycles of creation and renewal. The whole 2012 phenomenon tells us more about our own modern anxieties than it does about the ancient Maya. We seem to have a fascination with apocalyptic stories. But by projecting our fears onto another culture, we risk misrepresenting and disrespecting their actual beliefs and achievements. The Maya left behind a legacy of incredible art, architecture, science, and philosophy. They built towering pyramids, developed complex writing systems, and mapped the stars with astonishing accuracy. Their calendar is a piece of that brilliant legacy, not a doomsday clock. Let's use this as a lesson in critical thinking. The next time you hear a sensational claim about an ancient prophecy, take a moment to dig a little deeper. Look for the real history and the real science behind the headline. Often, you'll find a story that is far more fascinating and meaningful than any fictional apocalypse. The truth about the Maya is that they weren't predicting our end. They were celebrating the endless dance of time and the universe. And that's a much more beautiful and hopeful message to carry into the future, don't you think? Thanks so much for watching and for joining me on this journey to set the record straight. I hope you found this as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into history's greatest mysteries. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the 2012 hype. Until next time, stay curious.